Okay. I will. There's my conflict today.
Call this meeting to order. Would you determine the quorum?
Yes, Mr. President. Director Gloria Gray,
Here.
Director Tommy Fabai. Here. Director Desi Alvarez.
Here.
Director Scott Houston.
Here.
President Don Beer.
Here.
We have a quorum.
For those that are able, please stand and we'll do the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
public comment.
Mr. President, we have received some requests for public comment, though those requests were requested to be done during the public hearing later in the agenda. I've not received any requests for public comment here in the building, but this meeting is being held both in person and virtually. If there's any member of the public that would like to speak, please indicate so by raising your virtual hand.
Any gentlemen lined up to speak today?
Yes.
Public hearing, correct?
So, yeah.
Public hearing.
Okay. Please remind them when time comes.
And Mr. President, I do not see any requests online.
Thank you very much. We'll go on to item 5, presentation.
Yes, Mr. President, we do have a proclamation here that's been signed by all 5 board members. And this is in honor and recognition of Women's History Month. So at your pleasure, I'd be happy to read it for you.
Please do.
Whereas Women's History Month has been annually observed in the United States since 1957 to celebrate and honor women of every race, class, and ethnic background who have made contributions to the nation's history, society, and culture in countless recorded and unrecorded ways. And whereas Women's History Month celebrates this year's theme of Leading the Change, Women Shaping a Sustainable Future, which highlights women in environmental advocacy, financial reform, community organizing, and policy innovation as they rebuild systems to ensure long-term sustainability. It honors the women who are leading and designing a more equitable, just, and sustainable world while creating a resilient future for all. And whereas Women's History Month recognizes that women have been on the front lines as leaders, fighting for and securing equal rights and opportunities throughout our country's history as civil rights leaders, suffragists, and labor activists. And whereas Women's History Month acknowledges that women continue to lead as advocates for reproductive rights, champions of racial injustice, and LGBTQIA+ equality. And whereas Women's History Month promotes the importance of recognizing the sacrifices made by women for women to help make our country and the world a fairer and safer place for all. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed for the month of March 2026 that we, the Board of Directors of the West Basin Municipal Water District, hereby observe Women's History Month as an annual celebration to honor the generations of trailblazing women who have built America and West Basin's own commitment to recognizing the women who contribute to our communities. Now, Mr. President, we typically would like to invite people here to receive this proclamation, but unfortunately, we do not have a representative of the Association of Women in Water, Energy, and Environment. But on the board's behalf, I'm happy to deliver this to them.
I've had the opportunities to played up quite a bit limited in my activities. Be home watching more television than normal. And television programming on this subject, achievements of women and the things they've gone through have been just outstanding. I've learned so much. 40 years to get the right to vote, for example. Battle the last 40 years. And it's just amazing what some of the ladies have done.
Mr. President,
women have come a long ways, but I think that there's still a lot to be done. In the history of West Basin, we've had one woman general manager, I believe, but the majority of our general managers have all been male. And hopefully that will see change. On our board, I believe we only had one woman currently on the board and who also served on the Metropolitan Water District and was the chair of the Metropolitan Water District Board. So congratulations, Director Gray. And hopefully we will see many other women like you in the future. I don't know if there's been any other women on this board.
Yes, the woman that you beat for,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Say.
Anyways, a lot of progress was made. It took 40 years from the start to the point where women got the right to vote. So it's gonna take a long time when we see total equity.
any other comments?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Hello.
Gray, go ahead, Director Gray.
Thank you. First, let me thank the board and staff for recognizing Women's History Month. It's so important to do this because we cannot forget the contributions of many women, whether it's in water or other industries. And I think the president mentioned the right to vote, and what an important role they played. I want to thank Director Alvarez for recognizing, my being chair of what Metropolitan Water District Board. It was an honor, and I was the second woman, but the first woman of color to have that position. So I was really honored to serve. But it is so important, again, to recognize women because they continue to be courageous in whatever area that they're involved in and totally committed. And so, again, thank you to the board and staff for recognizing women during this month. Thank you.
Thank you. Well said. Go ahead, Rick.
I will just, my colleague thoughts and what they have said, and of course, we've had some incredible women here at West Basin, including one of our department heads, as well as one general manager some time ago. And Director Gray, of course, has served as the Metropolitan Water District Chairwoman. So very amazing. It took women, unfortunately, a long time in this country to be recognized equally. And even today that they're not 100% recognized equally. And I think we're also seeing a lot of things happening against women at this moment. There's no doubt about it. But it is good we recognize this month and we recognize it every day. And I think certainly this district has done a great job when it comes to outreach and inclusion and the makeup of our staff. Also really glad to see that there are so many more women involved in the public works departments, in engineering, in spaces they were not before. We made huge strides, a long ways to go. But you definitely see where they are a part of that workforce. They're really engaged and they bring a tremendous amount to the table. And even in my time on this board and working in water, I've seen that difference it's made in the makeup of our own industry, let alone the greater society. So say congratulations to all the women out there, of course, and we definitely support you. And we want to make sure we're going to do better across the United States and California for the women in our lives.
Very well said. Thank you.
Sure.
Tommy?
Thank you for our directors, and I'm gonna echo a lot of the sentiments that our directors have shared. But I think we're at a point where, we're barely scratching the surface when it comes to, women's rights and women's equality when it comes to men in the workplace. So I think, we can do a better job, whether it's West Basin or any of our other industries that we partner with, that we can do a better job when it comes to giving opportunities for women to come into the workplace, or not just only the workplace, but every nonprofit or any other organizations that West Basin works with. I think that's that's a great thing that we can do that. Knowing, growing up in a family of 10, 7 brothers and 3 sisters, I can always appreciate my mom, raising us, and then, raising, myself and my brothers next to my sisters, and respecting my sisters and respecting my mom as I was growing up as a kid. But having women in your life and having older, siblings or older aunts, that I can look up and respect them for what they do in the community and for what they do, whether it's family or anything like that. That's what we have to do. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Well, it's obvious that the West Basin has made progress compared to some organizations, but there is more progress to be made, of course, and I'm sure it will be done in the future. Things are going in the right direction, I would say, in this particular issue. Okay, let's go on to, let's see, item 6, none of them. Item 7, public hearing.
Yes, Mr. President, I'll now read as we enter into a public hearing. This is a public hearing.
I state,
Oh, go ahead and read.
this is a public hearing to review, discuss, and receive comments on the status of vacancies, as well as the agency's recruitment and retention efforts required by AB 2561. A notice of this hearing was published in a daily newspaper, general circulation, and posted onto the district's website. The order of presentation of testimony at this hearing will be the district staff, bargaining unit, public agencies, other agencies and groups, and individuals. So that's the order. Anyone so desire will be heard to facilitate public participation during this meeting. You may email your name to the board secretary at board secretary West Basin gov, and may speak after your name is announced. If you wish to make a comment and do not wish to speak, email your name and comments to the board secretary prior to the closure of the public hearing. And all comments we receive will be read. The board will consider all testimony. However, in the interest of time, it is requested that you please limit your comments to 3 minutes. May I have a motion to open the public hearing? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing is now open. Presentations will be made in the following order: 1, district staff; 2, bargaining unit; 3, public agencies; 4, any other agencies and groups; and 5, individuals. Before closing the public hearing, we'll see if there are any additional speakers, and want to make sure everyone has a chance to speak. So we will now continue on with the hearing, and we'll start with any input from district staff.
Yes, Mr. President, there is a item in your board packet. It begins on packet page 6. And for the presentation, we have Lisa Mecenas-Fidelio, our Manager of Human Resources.
Good afternoon, President Deere and members of the board. We will start on page 9 with the presentation since it reiterates the memo. So if you can please turn to page 9 so we can start. So I'm here to present the status update for vacancies in regards to AB 2561. So an overview of the bill itself. This report fulfills the district's obligation under AB 2561, providing a transparent overview of current position vacancies as of January 2026. AB 2561 amends the MMBA Act, requiring public agencies to publicly disclose and discuss vacancies along with recruitment and retention efforts. Why does this matter? This addresses statewide concerns about prolonged vacancies in the public sector, highlights impacts on service delivery, employee workload, and overall organizational effectiveness. Transparency and accountability encourages the agency to assess workforce gaps and proactively develop staffing strategies. As far as budget alignment, this report is presented in advance of the fiscal year 26-27 budget adoption, which is anticipated in May of 2026, to ensure compliance and inform workforce planning decisions. In regards to the background of AB 25-2061, it does require a public hearing. The governing board is required to review and publicly discuss position vacancies and recruitment retention efforts at least once every fiscal year. It also reviews the hiring process, make sure that the agencies evaluate their internal processes, procedures, and recruitment practices. It identifies factors that may be contributing to hiring challenges. It also discusses opportunities for improvement to strengthen hiring outcomes. In regards to the employee organization, they recognize the bargaining unit representative must be given the opportunity to participate and present at the public hearing, and ensures employee perspectives and transparency in workforce discussions. If we continue to page 13, I will give you a breakdown of the vacant positions as of January 2026. Last year, fiscal year 25-26 budget was 56 positions were approved, 50 full-time and 6 part-time interns. There were 4 vacancies as of July 25 to January 26. The vacancies were primarily due to promotions, resignations, reflecting an internal movement and normal turnover. As far as the positions, we had hired a senior accountant, which was vacant due to a promotion, which basically underfilled the principal accountant position. We hired an engineering supervisor, which was vacant due to a promotion. We classified from our operations department to our engineering department and was done through an external recruitment. Contracts administrator too, we also filled, was vacant due to a resignation, and we underfilled the position of the contract supervisor position. And as of January, we were recruiting for the records management coordinator, which was due to a resignation. And we currently filled in March with the current records management coordinator. As far as the vacancy status for the agency, no bargaining unit meets or exceeds the 20% vacancy threshold. So there is no additional disclosure requirements triggered by the AB 2561. If we continue to page 16, I'm sorry, 14. I'm sorry, that's my fault. 14 will give you a kind of bird's eye view of the positions in each department, what positions were filled, what are vacant, and the percentage of the department, and then the vacancy. As you can see, the overall agency were under 2% vacancy. As of February, just to fully disclose, we did have a resignation in February for one position in our operations department. Right now, we're currently filling that by posting a recruitment, and hopefully fill that position by the earliest as of May. Now we can continue to page 16. As far as our recruitment procedures, I'd just like to highlight the procedures that we follow as of now. In regards to active recruitments, we conduct both external and internal recruitments to effectively address district vacancies. We target job advertising by putting the positions in NeoGov, BC Water jobs, water district jobs, and trade-specific sites for accounting, engineering, even contracts or even records. The way we structure our process, we post the job for at least 4 weeks to ensure a broad candidate outreach. And as far as our screening, the HR department conducts the initial application screening and provides the qualified shortlist to the hiring departments. HR makes sure that the candidates meet the minimum qualifications of the position before we push the shortlist to the hiring department. And as far as the objectives in the interview process, we do 2 rounds of interview. The first round is usually consists of 3 panelists, one always with an external panelist, which promotes fairness, consistency, and unbiased candidate evaluations. Page 18, please. In regards to the recruitment and retention review, in our current practices, the district conducted a comprehensive review of policies, procedures, and recruitment practices. At this time, we see no significant obstacles which were identified that changes the current hiring process. Ongoing retention and recruitment strategies, we do expand outreach through additional professional associations to broaden our candidate pool. We continue engagement with high school and colleges through career fairs. And we also do ongoing development of workforce, we also have an ongoing development of a workforce development program to build future talent pipelines. As far as maintaining our competitiveness, we regularly survey the salaries of sister agencies to ensure that we have a competitive compensation schedule. Also, we try to update our administration code to help HR policies align with the current practices and regulations that are required. As far as the organizational impact, these efforts are reinforced by work stability, operational effectiveness, and compliance with AB 2561. With that said, I'm happy to answer any questions.
When you have the outside panelists coming to join our people, you get the same people all the time, or do you vary these?
It's varied. What we do as HR, we do reach out to the hiring department and request people in that particular area of expertise and provide us with names, and we will reach out to them. But we ensure that we always try to change the external panelists so that we do have a variety.
Do we compensate these people?
No.
They do that as part of their meeting in the industry, and then expect we'll probably have our people.
Yeah, we do a exchange. If they ask for us to sit on their panel, we'll turn around and ask them to sit on our panel. It all depends on their availability.
So there's the group, overall group vary quite a bit over the years, or it's same people?
No, I haven't really had any duplicates as far as external panelists. I've always tried to keep it very open. Every once in a while, depending on the industry department itself, I may not be able to get someone different, and I may be able to just secure the person that I've used in the past, just due to availability. Again, there's no compensation in regards to sitting on our talent panel, so it is based on availability of the individual who we reach out to. So typically, I will reach out to like 3 different people to ensure that I have at least one outside external person on each panel we have.
Other comments or questions? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Oh,
Yes.
go ahead, Gloria.
Thank you, President. Who is the author of this bill, the amendment? Who was the author?
Not aware of. The bill was actually established in September of 2024, then effective as of January 2025. So I'm not sure of the author, but we can get that information to you.
Yes, just curious. I do have a few questions. I know this bill requires the posting of this information, so by posting it on our agenda, we meet the requirement. We don't have to post this information any other place.
No, so it is considered a public hearing, so we just have to make sure that the public is aware that we are speaking about this.
And so the public is
Gravis.
aware through our, go on.
It was Assemblymember McKinnon.
Oh, Tina McKenna. Oh, Tina. Okay, great. Thank you. Um, so, and I know we go through the normal means of posting our agendas, so that's the way it's done. Just a couple of questions regarding kind of the process in terms of hiring. I know the initial process, or part of the process, is folks submit applications. And so those applications are screened, correct?
Correct.
And so what has been the biggest hindrance in terms of applications moving forward for that person to move forward to the next step?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Now, when you receive the applications, how do you vet them? What is it that you do to make sure for a person to move to the next step?
There are minimum requirements on each job bulletin for each position, so we just make sure, HR makes sure that they do meet the minimum requirements, and then we will push it forward to the hiring department. The hiring department will cut down HR shortlist to the top 5, top 10, depending on how many candidates they feel are qualified and have enough experience to bring them forward for an interview.
Okay, I'm trying to get, so the hiring department makes a decision about which folks based on those applicants meeting the minimum requirements. The hiring department makes a decision whether or not they get an interview. Is that what you're saying?
No, the HR department will review the applications for the minimum requirements. The hiring
Right.
department will make the short list of it for those
Okay.
that will be interviewed.
Well, that's what I said. So the hiring department makes that decision out of the applications after you make sure they meet minimum requirements. So how does that hiring department make that decision for them to move forward, to make the short list?
So in order to make the short list, it usually involves the manager or supervisor of the department and 1 or 2 other employees within that department that understand the position itself. They will review the applications. Usually with the applications, we have a cover letter, resume, and the application itself. Sometimes we also have supplemental questions that we ask candidates to respond to. And those individuals who are on the hiring panel, whether it's the manager, supervisor, or the 2 employees, will review all the provided information of that applicant and ensure or understand what their experience or what they can, what they bring to the table as far as their qualifications and experience that they have in the past. They will make the determination on who to bring forward. We do have some type of rating schedule that we provide to the panelists to kind of provide insight on what they feel panelists are qualified to do or the experience that they can bring.
Yeah. You know, I'm really interested in how many applications you receive as it relates to the demographics of those applicants that apply and how many move to the short list. So I know you can't answer that today, but I would be interested in getting some information from the general manager and staff in terms of that. My other question is, what's your demographics in terms of your interns? You already hired interns, so give me some breakdown in terms of the demographics.
Gender-wise, we have 2 female and 4 male, 2 African-American, 1 Asian, and 3 Hispanic. That's it.
Are they all
So-
from
on,
the same
Don.
school?
No, they're all, we do have 3 of them from our service district, 1 from Lamita, 1 from Inglewood, and I believe 1 from Carson.
Thank you.
And these are, these high school, they're from the high schools, is that correct?
No, these are college students. Our interns are typically college students, with the exception of 1 that we use with in partner with South Bay Investment
What?
Workforce
Boy.
Board.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the information and thank you, Don. I'm done.
Chair,
Yes, go
I just
ahead.
got one question. Hi, Lisa. Um, what is the normal process on, because I see there's different, careers here. What's the normal process on the, like the typical hiring process? How long does that take? You know, by the time they get an application in and from the application on, how long does that process take? Like, what's typical, like 1 week, 2 weeks before you bring somebody in? When it comes to, yeah, applicants?
Okay, so once the application, the recruitment process is closed,
Mhm.
it takes at least 2 weeks to review everything, all the applications,
Okay.
depending on how many applications we receive.
Okay.
And for myself, as an HR manager, I try to turn it around as quick as possible, just because I understand how people don't like to wait, to be honest with you. So I try to turn the whole recruitment in about 2 months.
On all positions, on basically all of them?
I try, yes.
Okay. That's it.
Anything else?
Don, can I just make one other comment if you don't mind?
Yes, go ahead.
Ms. Frederick, yes. I just want to thank the staff for the recruitment of the interns. It's very diverse that you have. And I just want to thank you to staff for the outreach. So thank you.
Very good. Thank you. So we have presentations to be made from district staff. You already done that, right? You just did that.
Chair,
Anyone else on the staff?
Chair, point of order. A couple of the carpenter reps mentioned that they wanted to speak under, I think, public comment. You wanted to speak under public not public hearing.
So we would, Director Provide, we would do that under number 5, under individuals.
Oh, got it.
So yeah, we'll definitely
Okay,
get them up.
We definitely will let them speak.
okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. District staff.
That concludes the status report.
Okay, so for two bargaining unit members.
We do not have anybody here.
Okay, other agencies or groups.
And again, I do not see any.
Okay, so now we are on our last item, and that is individuals. And we'll start with these folks that are waiting patiently in the corner here. And you may take turns and decide what order you're going to speak and proceed to the microphone in the front.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we do have cards for some of you.
Yes. First to speak will be Jesus Carnarvo.
Good afternoon. My name is Juan Luna. I'm a representative for the Western States Regional Council of Carpenters. And again, good afternoon to all of you. Obviously, we're here to bring a tax fraud awareness, and I'd like to say that every day we depend on safe, reliable water systems, but tax fraud is dying of the funds needed to maintain them. Billions are lost annually due to contractors who evade payroll taxes, steal wages, and undercut honest businesses. This April 6th through the 18th, the Western States Carpenters Local 323 is taking action. When bad actors cheat the system, they take money that should be used to repair pipelines, upgrade treatment plants, and ensure clean water for all. It's time to hold them accountable, because a community without clean and accessible water is a community that cannot survive. The future belongs to those who build it, and it must be built without tax fraud. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jesus Camargo. I'm with the Western State Regional Carpenters. I want to talk about how construction tax fraud is responsible for cheating over 8.4 billion tax fraud every year. Okay, this money could be used for schools, repairing roads, for the veterans, for homeless, or other public programs. This month of April, like my partner said, we will be reaching out to our brothers and sisters and to the community to raise awareness about construction industry's tax fraud. But these construction workers that do construction tax fraud, the way they do their practices, they evade tax responsibilities. They pay their workers cash. Sometimes they try to throw them off because they come from other states, they don't know much, that they think they're paying them with a check. Those checks don't got stubs. It's pretty much they're getting paid cash. A lot of these guys on these job sites, they get hurt, and then because they're getting paid cash, the contractors, they won't put their name. They'll deny them. And then what happens to these guys? They wind up living in the streets because they don't got no health care. So we want to look out for them. A lot of the times, people don't realize, but when the tax fraud happens, who gets hurt? We get hurt. Us, you guys, me, how? First responders, fire departments, they get a shortage. And it will suck to say, excuse my language, but how about if I need a first responder? How about if I need an officer or first ambulance or somebody? Or even my dad, right now he's sick. How about if he needs one? And because of the shortage, he can't get the help he needs. You know, because all these contractors are doing dirty stuff out there. And I want to look out for my loved ones. I want to look out for my brothers and sisters, and as well as you guys. So my name is Margo. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. I really wasn't aware of this problem. Who's next in your group?
That was it. Thank you.
You're that?
That was it right there, Board President. Thank you.
What did you say?
Oh, that was it. That was it, Board President.
Oh, you're, okay, well, I did, I'll say I was not aware of the extent of this problem, and it's very good as you brought it to our attention. We need to do something about that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Does anyone else wish to speak on this topic of the hearing that we're on? Before
Mr.
closing, Director Gray?
Yeah, I'm not, I just want to make a comment. I'm not there in person, so I can't see the carpenters. I assume that is more than one person there, but I wanted to thank them for bringing the information, sharing it with the board. And Ms. President, you already acknowledged it. And being a union member for over 40 years, I do understand those kinds of things that the union members are faced with. So I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that the carpenters are there today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, I have a personal history of being a union member. Actually, before I was 18 years of age, I lied about my age. And a couple of years early, I joined the Stevedores Union and was out through college by efforts at the Stevedores as a Stevedore apprentice. And then I went into education, and we helped organize the UTLA, the teachers union, reform for the school district. So I do have a strong union background. I think just about everybody here on this board does too. And we certainly appreciate you five folks for coming out here today and bringing this problem to our attention. Thank you.
For the chair, say a few words. I just want to say thank you to the brothers and sisters from the carpenters for coming out and making us board and our staff aware, of tax fraud. Tax fraud happens everywhere, especially when it comes to the construction industry. But I really appreciate you guys coming out and making everyone aware. Thank you.
All right, now before we close the public hearing, are there any additional speakers to be heard? I'll close the public hearing. May we have a motion to close the public hearing? So moved. All right,
I'll second.
I'm doing a group vote here. Not favor aye. Opposed, no, nay. And it's now, I think, unanimous, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, but I believe it's unanimous to close the hearing. Thank you. All right, now what do we do with this?
That concludes the public hearing, and we can move on in the agenda.
So we have to do it.
Correct.
More than that. Okay, what's next here? We have consent calendar. Motion for consent
I'll
calendar.
move it.
Mr. President, before you move forward, I did want to request that the board pull item 8B. There have been some recommended amendments to the authorized agreement. And I've asked staff to work with the Water Replenishment District in order to approve. Secondly, on item 8J, the committee, the Engineering and Operations Committee did make a unified recommendation with the board to authorize the general manager to enter into a commodity master agreement with the NRG for the supply of electrical service and pricing to be established based on prevailing market conditions at the time of execution for a rate not to exceed $74 per megawatt for a 12-month term. The committee did request that they be updated on those rates, and so that has been handed out. So I wanted to remind the committee that we had done that. So
Thank you for the update.
so it's staff's recommendation that you pull item 8B, but the entirety of the rest of the consent calendar is ready for approval.
Okay, is there a motion to
Remove this.
approve the consent calendar
The
with the exception of item B? Right? You made the motion, Desi? Okay, in a second, I'll be here, okay. Any further discussion? Let's call the roll on this motion.
Director Gloria Gray,
Aye.
Consent?
Director Tommy Favai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez,
Yes on all items except item E and F, and no on item E and F.
Director Scott Houston,
Yes.
and President Don Deere.
Yes, and the consent calendar is improved as outlined. Okay? Are we now? 9? I don't know.
Yes, President Deere. Item 9A is a rescheduling of the May board meeting. And for this presentation, we have Desiree Quintero, our Manager of Administration and Board Secretary. And this item begins on packet page 237.
Thank you, BJ. Good afternoon, members of the board. Item 9A, rescheduling of May board meeting can be found beginning on packet page 237. The Administrative Code Section 2-1.402A states that the board shall hold regular meetings on the fourth Monday of each month at district headquarters at 17140 South Avalon Boulevard at a time designated by the board. If the fourth Monday of the month is a district holiday, the regular board meeting will be held on the next business day, except for the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day holiday, in which case the regular board meeting will be held on the third Monday in December. Per the administrative code, the board meeting in May is scheduled to be held on Tuesday, May 26, 2026. With this change, however, the meeting now conflicts with MWD's scheduled executive committee meeting. Staff recommends that the board consider rescheduling the regular board meeting scheduled for Tuesday, May 26, 2026 to Wednesday, May 27th, 2026 at 1 p.m. With that, I am happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Any questions? All right, is there a motion to approve? You're seconding? Okay.
I'll second.
Oh, you're second. Desi makes the motion, he's second. And any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Director Gloria Gray,
Aye.
Director Tommy Favai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez,
Yes.
Director Scott Houston,
Yes.
President Don Deere.
Yes, and the meeting date is changed. Okay, next.
Yes, Mr. President. Item 9B is the approval of sponsorship for fiscal year 2025, 2026 community outreach events. And for this presentation, we have Hazel Vasquez, Deputy Board Secretary 2, and the item begins on packet page 239.
Hey, good afternoon, President Deere, members of the board. As EJ mentioned, this item's on packet page 239, and I have two very brief items for your consideration today. To start us off, the Venice Marina LAX Lions Club is hosting its annual bingo night and barbecue dinner on Saturday, April 18, 2026. At this time, Director Houston recommends sponsoring the 21st annual bingo night and barbecue dinner for $250. If approved, this sponsorship would grant West Basin a table at the event to display program flyers and other promotional items. There would also be tickets included with that sponsorship. In 2025, West Basin sponsored this event for $250, where we received similar benefits. The documents that have been submitted for this year's request are included in attachment A, and you can find those beginning on packet page 242. The second item today is for the Culver City Education Foundation, who is hosting its annual Taste of Culver City event on Sunday, May 3rd, 2026. Director Houston is recommending sponsorship of this event for $500, and if approved, that would grant West Basin a digital ad placement on their online event page. West Basin last sponsored this event in 2025, and we did so for $2,500 and received an advertisement as well as passes to the event. So you'll note that not only is the amount much lower this year, but we are only receiving the advertisement portion and not any passes with that sponsorship, should it be approved. The documents that have been submitted for this year's request are included in attachment B, beginning on packet page 246. On the next page, 240, as always, we include the update for the budget. So as you know, every year, including fiscal year 25-26, we've budgeted $75,000 for all sponsorship of community outreach events. If these two items are approved today, totaling $750, that would leave a remaining balance of $4,400. And the details for that are shown in attachment C, beginning on packet page 258. With that, I will read the recommendation. Number 1, Director Houston recommends that the board approve sponsorship of the Venice Marina LAX Lions Club 21st Annual Bingo Night and Barbecue Dinner on Saturday, April 18, 2026 for $250. And number 2, Director Houston recommends that the board approve sponsorship of the Culver City Education Foundation's Taste of Culver City event on Sunday, May 3rd, 2026 for $500. And with that, I am happy to answer any questions.
Houston, do you move item B?
Sure, I'll go ahead and move that.
Second?
Second.
Seconds. Any other discussion? Okay, please call the roll.
Director Gloria Gray,
Aye.
Director Tommy Favai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez,
No,
Director Scott Houston,
Yes.
President John Deere.
Yes, and the motion passes. Item 9C.
Yes, Mr. President, item 9C is to consider fiscal year 2025-2026 district sponsorship request. For this presentation, we have Carla Hewitt, our executive assistant, and the item begins on packet page 259.
Good afternoon, members of the board and everyone here today. I'm here to present the item associated to the sponsorship request of the Los Angeles County Business Federation for their 2026 BC Awards. As usual, a quick recap of why sponsorships are presented in this forum to advance relationship building, district priorities, and to support the promotion of the various district programs around conservation, education, and others. West Basin recognizes that there are organizations that host events offering opportunities to meet these objectives. And so here we are bringing these items to you month to month for your consideration.
You have an amount of money?
Sorry?
Is there an amount of money a part of this?
Yes, there's actually a palette of options that are presented here today. And if, well, first, not to skip this important part, this is an award ceremony. So naturally there are honorees and there's a list over there in the screen for you. Some of the most noticeable, you may see there, legislators, representatives of cities within our service area, and also customers in Lake Marathon. The event is going to be held on Friday, April 17th from 11 to 2 p.m. at the Chevy Chase Country Club in the city of Glendale. And if we continue scrolling down, there it is, perfect. So the sponsorship options range from $50,000, which is actually a new tier, all the way down to technically $5,000. However, this Fed has been amenable to a request from the district to consider the bronze level at $3,000, same as they did for us in 2024, as a way to balance the increases that they have applied to their packets beginning in 2025. So we are free to consider it without being preoccupied for that those increases will apply to us. So they are giving us a discount, so to speak, or honoring the pricing from 2 years ago. So as we see there, 1,000 to 2,000, and there's also the opportunity or the possibility of buying A table for members in good standing as West Basin, 10 seats per 1750, which would grant us verbal recognition during the program. Admission to the event is $200 per person, plus any transaction fees from their platform. And we are BSPET members. We pay an annual membership fee of $7,000 with the renewal coming up in the next couple of months. Again, as I was mentioning before, the district has recently sponsored these in 2024 at with $3,000 at the grassroots level. And additional details can be found in attachment A in your packet. In late 2025, worth mentioning, though not technically a BSPET activity itself, we did sponsor the BSPET Institute, a sister organization, annual water resiliency forum for $5,000. This is an event that also occurs annually and that will be likely coming back later this year. Still within the time frame that's covered by this fiscal year. Moving on to benefits for West Basin. Participation in outreach events provides West Basin opportunities to connect with the communities it serves, create and strengthen relationships with stakeholders, and to stay up to date with new industry trends. And now moving to the fiscal impact.
Number one, I can't find the page and I couldn't hear everything you said, so I'm somewhat confused. We're gonna pass a motion with that amount of money.
What we typically do for district sponsorships, because they don't really come with a request, but are rather, there's rather a
Ms. Lindy,
list of options. The board may choose to consider any of the amounts that were on the screen, which range from $50,000 to $3,000.
Carl, if I could add to that, President Deere, I just want to, give staff a lot of credit. We received the request from BizFed for the sponsorship. We have previously sponsored this event at kind of the lower level, but they have significantly increased the price. So if you go up just one page, you can see that the lowest price now is $5,000. We had previously sponsored underneath that, the lowest rung, if you will, at $3,000. So staff, has contacted BizFed, and BizFed has agreed to honor the lower amount. So we would do $3,000 and get all of the same benefits under that grassroots level for the $5,000. So we're just doing it at a cheaper level, but they're going to give us all of the benefits as though we had sponsored at the $5,000.
We are going to put up page 265.
Was that?
Page 265. You can scroll to the bottom. Keep saying that the minimum level is 5,000 and they've accepted 3. The minimum level, according to the information in the packet, is $1,750.
Yes, that's for just the table.
But it's recognition during the program.
Correct.
So I'm not quite sure that you get much more. Local placement, etc., doesn't accomplish very much.
We would get all the benefits that are outlined there under the grassroots sponsorship.
I get it. I don't, in my opinion, recognition during the program is sufficient. So there is another level. My point is there is another level that recognizes West Basin. At the end of the day, in my opinion, all of this is a gift of public funds, but I'll vote for it.
Obviously, majority, if they vote in favor, will not
Right.
agree with you on that
I understand.
statement.
Let me just I'll just quickly make a comment,
Okay,
Mr. President.
go ahead.
Number one, we have supported this over the years. Number two, there are a number of folks that we work with who are being honored that day, and I do think it's appropriate we entertain this, including some of our assembly members in our jurisdiction, as well as some of our city council members. So I think it is good that we do, number one on that. Number two, it is, and I wasn't aware of this either, that they're actually offering us a discounted rate for the same level. So I think that we should go forward with that. That's my thoughts. Thank you.
Chair?
Mr. Chair.
Oh. Hey, yeah, great. Yeah, go ahead.
Great, go ahead.
Yeah, what is it extra we get, beyond the point that Director Alvarez said? We get a table and we get recognition, so what more do we get for $3,000?
I'm going to apologize because my eyesight is only so good, but it says it's a mention on posts on Facebook, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn. A quarter page ad in event digital brochure, a logo placement on event website, emails, and event program. And then, of course, you get 5 tickets to the event. Though, as Director Alvarez pointed out, if you could order a table, which is the minimum, and then you get 10 tickets for that.
And then you get recognized, so recognized means announced at the event, is that what that means, probably?
Yeah, so the table does get you a recognition during the program,
Mm-hmm.
but the grassroots,
Now,
again,
yeah.
we looked at what we had
Go
done
on.
previously. And so based off of what we had previously done, staff contacted them to request basically the same event or the same benefits at the same cost.
And so we get social media recognition, I think that's what you said, in terms of we
Correct.
do the 3,000. Now, where does this money come from? Is it out of the, tell me where it comes from, which part of money?
So Director Gray, we
Sponsorship.
do have our community outreach event budget, which is what we just did for the prior 2 events. Those are more division-based sponsorships. And then this would be separate. This would be from the district sponsorships.
The district sponsorship, okay. All right, thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you. I just wanted to, I know the staff mentioned that we've done this before, which is good. It's already established. And I agree with Director Houston that, there's elected officials and assembly folks that are within the West Basin District that are being honored. And I think this is a great event to sponsor.
Okay, good comment. Anything else? We voted on this already, haven't we?
I'll go ahead and just make a motion. I will move the $3,000 price point sponsorship.
And I second that, so the chair.
Other discussion?
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Maybe I don't recognize all of these names. Who from the district,
What?
who from the district is being recognized?
From our district?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear the
Let me
question?
check.
Yes, let me pull up the page.
We have,
It's on page.
so we have Assemblymember Jackie Irwin,
What page are we?
259.
259.
Irish,
So we've got Assemblymember Jackie Irwin, who's part of our delegation. It looks like we have Dr. Juan Hilton. Yeah,
where is Jackie Irwin on this honorees list?
she's kind of the second level. 1, 2, 3 over red.
Oh, I see.
Red.
Okay, I didn't see her.
We're also honoring Karen Bass. They're also honoring.
Yeah, right. She's not in our district. Neither is the mayor of Long Beach.
Know that. But Jackie Irwin's part of our delegation, as well as Dr. Hilton, councilman in Carson,
Yeah.
right, among others. So
Well, I guess we are honoring Marathon Oil, so they are a customer.
Councilwoman Dwayne Hilton of Carson, one of our cities. Okay. We voted already, right?
We have not.
We have not
Oh.
voted.
Let's call the roll of the motion.
Director Gloria Gray,
Yes, aye.
Director Tommy Fabai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez,
No,
Director Scott Houston, President Don Deere.
Yes, the motion passes. Thank you. Now go on to, item 10, commission calendar.
No, to go back to the,
We skipped something.
are we gonna go back to the one you closed on the consent calendar?
No, we're going to actually bring that back next month.
Oh, I see. I thought you were gonna discuss it. I apologize.
No. Okay. And staff has no information counter items.
Any items received in file?
I will make a motion to receive and file.
Second,
Item 11. Item 11.
That is receive and file. It continues on to the next page.
I don't have, that next page is, I got all mixed up on all this 400 pages of stuff. Here we go.
So it'd be items 11A through H.
11A through H. Okay, that motion been made?
Mhm.
Been second? Okay, any further discussion on the motion? Please call the roll on the motion to receive and file all items 11A through H.
Director Gloria Gray,
Aye.
Director Tommy Favai,
yes.
Director Desi Alvarez,
Yes.
Director Scott Houston,
Yes.
President Don Deere.
Yes, and the item passes. Item 12.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. President. I did want to, you should have a written report there for your review. It's also been emailed out. But I thought we'd take this time to highlight the recent trip to Sacramento. I know 3 of our directors had a chance to travel to Sacramento and visit with our legislative delegation. And really the value of that trip was, I think, solidified just last week. Because one thing we were asking all of those members for were letters of support, and specifically letters of support for a federal funding request that the staff was working with Representative Ted Lieu to get federal funding for our West Basin Mosaic project. And just on Friday, staff was notified that the office of Representative Ted Lieu has agreed to submit that project as a priority project as part of his community project funding list. And so his office will be working with our staff to make sure that we get all the information remaining in, but all of those letters of support will be submitted to his office, and ultimately we hope will help us get federal funding for that project. So I definitely want to say thank you very much to our entire team, because not only do we have our water policy folks, but our engineering team, executive management, finance, all contributed to submitting that request. And those requests happen at a very rapid pace. So not only are you getting it in there to the members' office, but then of course answering any and every question and being able to get those letters of support, which is a true important part of that process. And so when we visit Washington, D.C. coming up on the next month or two, we'll be working that project and making sure that we have the support that we need to get federal funding for it. So that's all I have, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions? General Manager, go ahead.
Well, let me make a comment. I think number one, that's great news, and that's the first we're hearing about it as well. It just happened. So I want to say thank you to everybody who was involved in that. And I think it shows again the value of what you all do. And then we happen to go to Sacramento to lawmakers, and we talk about that with them, and hence they actively help us hopefully get this to the finish line. So we also want to say thank you to Ted Lieu and his office and his team. So that's pretty cool, let alone it was very fast. This all happened quick. So, but I just want to acknowledge the staff, because you're the ones that made a lot of this happen. And we became the messengers up there, and we have a great, strong relationship with our delegation. And so I want to say thank you for that. And number two, just in your report, EJ, I also just want to call out on March 1, you have in here about the Screenland 5K, which, we have been a sponsor over years with that in Culver City. It's a big event. They do this run, this 5K run. I will say that, we put in these sponsorships, sometimes we do get tickets for people to run. I never expect that anyone from our staff will go and actually run. But I showed up that day at the event, and lo and behold, a number of the staff had participated, which was really, really amazing and very cool. I don't know another way to say it. Not expected at all. Just want to say thank you to everybody who did participate and took advantage of the opportunity, and also was active in Culver City that morning, because that was a special surprise to me personally. But you also saw, I think, how great that city is and how much they do respect West Basin and us being there that morning. So I just want to say personally, thank you.
Did you run?
I did not run. I did not. I was dressed up, because we also had to have our little outfits on our garb. So yes, but I was really impressed. So thank you all.
All right, anything else?
That concludes the zone manager's report.
Joe? General counsel's report.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report for open session.
You have a closed session later.
I do.
Okay. Item 14, AB 1234 reporting compliance. Anyone have a report to give on this subject? Okay, we'll go on to item 15. Just comments, future agenda items. Any? Okay, we have a closed session on 3 items. Is that correct?
Correct. We'll go into closed session for 3 items that are stated on the agenda. 1 is anticipated litigation, 2 initiation of litigation, and 1 conference with labor negotiators.
Okay, we will then adjourn at this time to a closed session. We want to discuss what happened in closed session?
Yeah, I'll report that there was no action taken during closed session that's reportable pursuant to the Brown Act.
Anything else?
That concludes everything from staff.
There's nothing else to be reported. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Here.